A few things before we started. We did a little warm-up. We're going to go over a little bit of stretching, different forms of stretching. I'm going to ask GINA, not knowing anything about what she does with some of her clients in regards to stretching. I'm just going to go through a series of motions, positions, stretches. Probably talk a little bit about the difference between the passive stretch, the active stretch, the facilitated stretch, maybe some proprioceptive stretching as well. I'm just going to go through that. So yourself, let's talk about yourself. Don't think your clients. If you were to just do a stretch on yourself as far as, let's say, hamstrings, make it very simple.
Okay.
Show me some hamstring stretches. What would you do?
Yeah.
Wherever you want to be. You could be on the table, you could be on the floor, you could be on a bench.
Yeah.
Okay, 1 foot up.
1 foot up.
Okay. Code, can we get that from the side? That was good. That was good. Let's do that again. All right. Here's some things that I just want to go over. That was good. So you want to put your foot up. Okay, that's the first thing you did. Okay. So I want you to try it a little differently now. I want you to stand here anatomically correct. Okay. And I want you to put your foot up straight. So everything is in line here and everything is in line here. Just want you to try that first. So here you are, putting your foot up. Good. Now, before we get started, I want you to know that sometimes it might be a good idea to, I know everybody can possibly do this, but just depending on the height of the bench, this will make sense to you. I want to see actively how far I can lift my leg up. Okay? Now right now in this position, this is about as far as I can lift it, okay, before I start to lean back, which is about a little over the bench height. Okay? So at least you know that. So I assessed someone's active range. So you're good. Another thing, you're pointing your toe. Are you doing that on purpose or is that just happening? Most people do that. You just did it. Most people will dorsiflex.
Okay.
Agree?
Yes.
Okay. If you're trying to stretch the hamstring, some things that'll make this better for you as a trainer, if you dorsiflex, that dorsiflex is basically going to shorten the gastroc. It's almost like a calf stretch. The gastroc and the soleus share the same attachments on the condyle of the knee. So you'll have a harder time going through that hamstring stretch in a dorsiflex position. You're going to feel it all the way down to the heel, especially if you're tight. So what I'd like you to do is relax your toe, point your toe in a hamstring stretch. That's the first step I'd like you to do. Just relax your foot. So that's my cue to you as a trainer. Relax your foot. Okay. You went down like this and you grabbed your ankle and you went right down to the side and you did feel a hamstring stretch. You were a little more rounded the first time. So you rounded your back out. So you went into what's called spinal flexion. I want to try something different. The hamstring's attached to the sit bones, the ischial tuberosities. I want you to keep your spine as straight as possible. I want your chin and arms to go up on a shelf this way as you stretch that hamstring. Go up. Hold that position. Okay, in that anatomically correct position, is there anything different?
Yes.
Okay, say it loud. What's different?
Oh my gosh.
What's different? Oh my gosh is a good one. Oh my gosh is the reason behind this stretch. I wanted you to say oh my gosh. Now what's the difference? And by the way, you didn't have to have your hands up. You know why I did that? I wanted you to I wanted you to elevate.
Yes.
Okay, I wanted you to elevate. Can you hold this for me?
That's a huge.
Yeah, so I wanted you to elevate. Okay, so elevate. Bring this up. Bring your chin down a little, because that's cervical posture. Now, listen to this cue. This is a hard cue to get. Not everyone gets it. You're relaxing here. This is an arrow. Okay, I'm behind you with the bow, and I want to pull it. So throw that hip back a little bit, and just point that toe. Good. I think you got it. Okay. Do you feel it in your hamstring?
So it's a drawback, not a push down.
No, not a push down. It's a drawback. Okay. Do you feel it in the hamstring?
Yes.
Okay, do you feel like you have good balance?
Yes.
If not, I could be here as your trainer holding you. Okay, your spine is straight. Okay, if you were to round your back out, that's spinal flexion. Has nothing to do with the hamstring. The hamstring attaches down here. So we want everything from the waist up is insignificant. We have to keep the spine in a neutral posture. That's your hamstring stretch. Okay, just relax for a second. Come on down. Try the other side. You know what I love about this? You know why you are dead on. I love that you stood in an active position and did it actively. Instead of laying on the ground and pushing someone's ankle like you see old school football players on the
Right.
ground and just wrenching each other's ankles and things, right? And the back is arching. This is very cool. Okay, this is the way you should do it. Let them actively do it. The only problem with an exercise like this is clients like to be what? Pampered. Lay down, I'll take care of it, passively. Oh, the workout's over, they get to relax. You talk a little bit. It's not as effective. So this is 10 times more effective, doing it actively. Okay, so what are you looking for? Everything is in line, right? Toe is pointed, hamstring. My other question I was going to ask you is when you were doing that, did you feel it behind the knee? We're going to get into that in a minute. Lengthen the spine, reach up, flex forward, get it in the hamstring. Good. What is going to facilitate the stretch and make it better for the client? Here's my cue. Breathe in deep. Exhale, reach. Good. You just moved into a new range of motion. Hold this for me. Breathe in deep. Exhale, reach. You just moved into a new range of motion. So you're going to increase and elongate that by using your breath. Okay? So here you are. Now, my next question. Okay, I'm going to help you by holding your arms up so you don't fatigue here, but I don't think you are. But my next question is, hey, where do you feel it? You feel it in the belly, or do you feel it behind the knee?
Behind the knee to the right.
Okay, so you feel it a little bit behind the knee? Okay, but it's, okay,
Yeah,
so
and
it's,
coming through.
okay, so it's semi-tendinous. It's more on the outside.
Yes.
Okay, but it is the hamstring.
Yes.
It's not the tendons behind the knee.
No.
Okay, if someone ever says, I feel it right behind the kneecap, literally, I would just have them bend the knee slightly. That's it. That elongate. Remember we talked about bend your knees, I don't want another bend. And you said soft lock. Okay.
Right.
Just a little, that is all you need, and that should shift it back into the belly of the hamstring. If not, there's other things we can do. But right now, we're assuming that everything is a green dot, which means everybody's okay. There's not an orthopedic concern. We just have tight hamstrings. We're trying to facilitate that. And relax.